I don't know. It was at first when I looked at it, I was
Sweetie,
like, this dude is...
That's what it does when you're on the stage and you perform in Arrowhead. That's what it did.
This dude didn't get a meet and greet. He's making it everyone's problem. That's what I thought at first. And then I was
You come to Arrowhead, I get to meet you. That's the perk of playing for the Chiefs.
You realize he didn't even reach out to our management.
Taylor Swift just turned the podcast world into her personal playground. First up, her New Heights cameo briefly dethroned Joe Rogan's streaming numbers, proving even political heavyweights can't outclick a pop queen. And of course, Swifties are now convinced she's gunning for next year's Super Bowl halftime show, connecting every random detail from sourdough mentions to stadium stop numbers like a full-on detective squad.
Like saran wrap or whatever, like cling film. The sourdough's taken over my life in a huge way. I'm really talking about bread 60% of the time now.
Meanwhile, Hollywood insiders are buzzing over her next big flex, a movie she's directing solo, proving she's not just about music charts, but cinematic domination. Taylor and Travis also shut down bizarre rumors, yes, the bear costume thing, and body language experts say Travis is all in, fully invested in their love story. Oh, and eagle-eyed fans spotted a post-upload edit on the podcast, sparking wild theories about hidden messages. The internet basically broke for a hot minute thanks to Taylor Swift. Taylor drops in on the Kelce brothers sports podcast New Heights, and suddenly the YouTube live stream turns into a full-on digital mosh pit. Her boyfriend Travis and his bro Jason try to keep the conversation chill, but Swifties had other plans. The first hour hit 1.3 million viewers at once. Yeah, you heard that right. And many eyes glued to the screen that the stream literally freaked out and crashed during hour 2. Meanwhile, Trump's 3-hour roller coaster on Joe Rogan was pulling in 800K during its first hour, which is respectable, sure, but Taylor had him beat, if only briefly. Insiders say the battle wasn't over yet. Trump's episode kept gathering steam and racked up 11 million views in the first 12 hours, while Taylor hit almost 9 million. By the 19-hour mark, she caught up to 11 million, proving she's basically a human magnet for clicks. Spotify insiders couldn't get enough either. Apparently, Taylor boosted New Heights listenership by a jaw-dropping 3,000%, and female listeners jumped 618%. People are saying the episode crushed it on YouTube, outpacing appearances by Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. And let's not forget the political spice. Trump has been throwing shade at Taylor since forever, calling her woke, saying he can't stand her, and claiming she's no longer hot. Insiders note that even a recent poll hinted her Republican appeal is in freefall. Still, nothing could stop Swift from teasing her new era and sending fans into full-on panic mode with a countdown to the announcement of her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl. She spilled the tea on New Heights, revealing she recorded it in Sweden during tour breaks and described it as the most joyful, wild, and dramatic album of her life. By the end of the day, even WNBA star Caitlin Clark was flexing on X, joking that the Swifties literally broke the internet. And while she's making headlines, her bank account isn't hurting either. Taylor's sitting pretty as a billionaire, thanks to her Eras Tour and music catalog, ranking among the richest self-made women in the U.S. And speaking of Taylor's bank account flexing and headline domination, the chatter among Swifties has already jumped to her next big move. Apparently, the Super Bowl might just be in her sights next year. After the podcast chaos and album teasers, insiders say fans are digging into every little thing she said on New Heights, and now even her casual chatter about baking sourdough is sparking wild theories. She casually mentioned that she's basically a bread queen now, spending 60% of her time baking and thinking about it the rest of the time. Normally, that'd just be cute domestic vibes, but diehard fans are connecting dots faster than a Swift bridge drop. Next year's Super Bowl is going down at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, home of the 49ers. And get this, the team mascot is literally named Sourdough Sam. So fans are like, sourdough, Sam. Coincidence? I think not. Add in that she dropped the number 60 while talking about bread, which happens to line up with the 60th Super Bowl, and even randomly said 47 multiple times, which was the stop number for Levi Stadium on her Eras Tour. The Swiftie Brain Trust has officially declared, this is a breadcrumb trail leading straight to a halftime stage.
I'm like wrapping sourdough loaves in like saran wrap or whatever, like cling film. The sourdough's taken over my life in a huge way. I'm really talking about bread 60% of the time now. Thank you for screaming for like 47 seconds for me. That was so nice.
How many countries did you do the Eras tour in?
47,000 countries, Jason.
You just listed that in the beginning.
Insiders point out that Taylor's no stranger to NFL spotlight appearances, having shown up at the Super Bowl the last 2 years to cheer on Travis. And let's not forget the track record. Kendrick Lamar and Usher were locked in months ahead of their Super Bowl performances. So if the rumor mill is right, we might not have to wait long before she's officially announced. Her next album's A-list duet partner could hint at who's producing the halftime magic, fueling more fan sleuthing than a Netflix true crime binge. And speaking of chaos, confetti, and stadium-size speculation, the Swiftie frenzy doesn't stop at halftime shows. Turns out, Taylor's got Hollywood on her radar too. Her next big flex isn't just musical, she's diving headfirst into filmmaking. Back in 2022, she quietly slipped onto the scene as a feature film director in cahoots with Searchlight Pictures, and apparently, she's running the whole show as the sole screenwriter. No co-writers, no extra hands, just Taylor, her vision, and probably a ridiculously color-coded storyboard that would make any art director weep. Her official website even got a little glow-up to include a directed project section, giving fans a peek at her growing empire of music videos and short films she's helmed. Production chatter? Radio silent. Not a peep on cameras rolling or scripts flying across the studio yet, but the mere existence of directed projects page screams Taylor's planning her next cinematic power move. And if her past track record is anything to go by, the cast will be a jaw-dropper. Remember the all-too-well short film? She snagged Dylan O'Brien from Teen Wolf and Sadie Sink from Stranger Things for a 10-minute epic, proving she's got the pull to make the kind of casting choices that have Hollywood sweating in excitement. Taylor's approach is all her own. She's treating this film differently than a music video, going full narrative mode, shooting on actual film stock, and sweating over every tiny detail. Think meticulous, obsessive, and probably could direct a blockbuster in her sleep kind of energy. Insiders joke that she's probably got her own secret room of storyboards, mood boards, and color palettes where mere mortals aren't allowed. And while Taylor's cinematic ambitions have fans buzzing, she's also keeping things hilariously grounded on the romance front, because apparently nothing says normal couple goals like shutting down the weirdest fan-fueled rumors on a podcast. During the episode of New Heights, Taylor had to put the kibosh on one of the strangest theories ever. Apparently, some fans were convinced she had secretly suited up as a bear in Happy Gilmore 2. Yep, a full-on bear costume. She found the whole thing kind of adorable, joking that if she were a bear, she'd probably be the fanciest, most graceful honey-hoarding bear imaginable.
Like,
Yeah, right?
We're just sort of like, at this point, we're just like, of course they think I'm inside of a bear costume. Like, I'm honored to be thought of in that context because I loved that movie so much.
Travis and she even traded screenshots, laughing at how people also think they bought a house in Lake Como at the same time. Because of course, why not pile on more wild fan theories?
I can deny, like, this is
so
one of those
perfect.
ones where like we'll send it to each other and be like, hey, did you hear I was the bear in there? He's like, yeah, you hear we bought a house in Lake Como?
The rumor kicked off thanks to Travis making a cameo as a waiter who ends up sticky with honey and face-to-face with a bear. And naturally, the internet went full detective mode thinking, hey, maybe Taylor was in the suit.
Nope, not a bear. Not a bear. God damn it, impossible!
Taylor loved the movie enough to gush about it on social media, complete with a honey emoji flex, which only fueled the chaos. She even praised Travis's scene partner Bad Bunny for absolutely nailing the comedic timing of the honey fiasco, basically giving fans a masterclass in turning an absurd scenario into meme gold. The couple also opened up a bit about their actual love story, which reads like a John Hughes montage, boombox and all. Travis apparently tried to slide her a friendship bracelet with his number after an Eras Tour show in 2023, but missed the meet and greet, turning it into the ultimate rom-com setup. Taylor laughed about it on the podcast, comparing it to teen dream fantasies she's been writing songs about for years, and gave a shout-out to New Heights for being, in effect, Travis's dating app.
I don't know. It was at first when I looked at it, I was
Sweetie,
like, this dude is.
That's what it does when you're on the stage and you perform in Arrowhead. That's what it did.
This dude didn't get a meet and greet. He's making it everyone's problem. That's what I thought at first. And then I was
come
like,
to Arrowhead, I get to meet you. That's the perk of playing for the Chiefs.
You realize he didn't even reach out to our manager. This kind of felt more like I was in an 80s John Hughes movie and he was just like standing outside of my window with a boombox, just being like, I want to date you. This podcast has done a lot for me. I owe a lot to this podcast. This podcast got me a boyfriend ever since Travis decided to use it as his personal dating app about 2 years ago. So,
Meanwhile, body language experts say the chemistry between Taylor and Travis was practically vibrating through the mic during the podcast. Taylor's all lovey-dovey but also slyly self-protective, tossing affectionate gestures at Travis while deflecting some praise with jokes, which insiders translate as her heart's open but don't get too close yet vibe. Travis, on the other hand, is apparently a walking exclamation point of devotion. He's tuned into every little thing Taylor says, smiling, nodding, occasionally smooching her hand like a man who's secretly auditioning for a rom-com lead. Every glance, every playful eye roll, every chin-cupping moment screamed, this dude is 100% all in, according to insiders, who dissected their interaction like a chemistry lab experiment. Taylor's affection is measured. She's not about to collapse her identity into the relationship, but she's clearly letting Travis into her world. From the way she beams at him while talking about buying back her masters, to leaning subtly into his arm, sources say it's clear she's sharing her victories, her passions, and her life without losing herself. Travis's reactions? Gentle, hyper-aware, totally invested, the kind of guy who respects the superstar next to him so much that he's simultaneously proud and slightly terrified of screwing up. And just when fans thought they dissected every Swiftie-worthy second of Taylor and Travis's podcast PDA, the episode pulled a sneaky little move. Insiders noticed a post-upload tweak that sent the internet into overdrive. Apparently, midway through one of Taylor's sentences, a sparkling red screen wipe suddenly sashayed across the frame like a ta-da look at me moment, but people swore it wasn't in the original release. Naturally, the Swiftie brain trust went full Sherlock, debating whether this was a secret message, a subliminal clue about her upcoming album, or just Travis hitting the wrong button during editing. Some eagle-eyed fans claimed the edit also included a brief clip of willow orbs, whatever those are, plopping into the episode like tiny Easter eggs only the truly obsessed could spot. Online threads exploded with "Did you see this?" and "This wasn't here before" posts, with debates spiraling into full-on decoding missions. One person even demanded that someone smarter than them crack the supposed hidden meaning because clearly regular eyeballs just wouldn't cut it. Meanwhile, Taylor's reveal of her 12th album, The Life of a Showgirl, already made history with record-breaking YouTube numbers, so you can imagine the chaos when fans thought someone had sneaked in a secret clue. The episode, which has over 18 million views, was now moodlining as a puzzle wrapped in confetti and sparkle effects.